you guys have 6 hours to show contrast, tattooing outer space. And your time begins now.
All right, buddy.
Let's do it.
Let me grab some gloves. I'll have you stand right here. I'm gonna kick those boys' butts today.
Yeah.
Originally, my canvas requested 3 planets and 3 names, but I convinced my canvas that we are not doing the names.
Gian, dummy.
Little match made in heaven, Gian, sorry.
He thought he was throwing us under the bus.
Gian thought he was giving me one of the worst canvases, and I turned that around.
Ryan's stoked. You talked that lady out of that. Stoked. Right? I would be.
Just a little bit, huh?
Pickle's so good, oh yeah.
This canvas keeps moving around. He is not sitting very well at all.
Sorry.
Mike's tuned into outer space right now with his canvas. He's a weirdo.
I think I'm really
3 hours to go.
Gian's a 0 black in it, dude.
Yeah.
It's outer space, bro.
If you don't have black, you don't have contracts.
Yeah.
My strategy is to just keep winning and solidify my spot in the top 5. My report card is great. I've been winning Tattoo of the Day, Flash Challenges, and I've never been in the bottom.
2 hours to go.
What's your critique once I get all my white in?
I think if you pull it into like a peachy yellow.
Peachy yellow in there?
For the highlight, yeah.
I am not that big a fan of Gia's idea.
I think Gia bit off way more than she could chew.
I'm worried about my technical skills in this tattoo because the chest is a tricky area to tattoo. You get a lot of inflammation. The skull picks are definitely screwing me over.
1 more hour to go, everybody.
My canvas, she was really into a lot of the same stuff that I'm into, like horror stuff, but I decided to take a chance and to make this a colorful space piece.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is it. Time's up, machines down. No more ink.
It's great. I love the planet. It's perfect.
Yo, that's dope. Colors are mad bright. It's awesome, man.
Boneface's tattoo is looking really dull. I don't see any contrast at all, and it looks like there's a flying meatball across the front of it. He's a tattooer, and he shouldn't be here.
Today you had to show contrast by tattooing outer space. And Team Nunez, you will serve as the jury of peers. Gian, let's start with you. I think that this tattoo is great. Having this figure in the primarily light spacesuit in front of the dark background, there's no better way to show contrast.
One of the things that's troubling with a lot of outer space tattoos is it just ends up with the big areas of black that kind of don't come out that smooth. You did a very minimal space background, but you still have enough black against the outline of this white suit to give the contrast. The details, the outlining, and the creases of the suit are very precise. Nice, soft, smooth shading in all the wrinkles. Overall, man, it's super clean. You definitely hit contrast.
Thanks, guys.
Nate.
First thing about the astronaut is that he just looks a little deflated. It doesn't look like there's really somebody in that suit.
Looking for contrast, but avoiding black in space, the light source that you put into the suit is really close to the background. So your front shoulder and your hand closest to us in the focal point really blends with the background right behind it. Going apples to apples with Gian, yours is much simpler. I think he gets you on his application, his texture, and his contrast.
Matt.
I don't like this thing at all. This is just like a big, weird-shaped rainbow with black at the bottom. If you busted the shape up in more of a dotted-off pattern that wasn't so stiff and rigid, it wouldn't have that feel. It doesn't at all feel like a space background.
Overall, I think it's an eye-catching design. Definitely has a lot of contrast in it. My problem with the tattoo is this moon. It's a little wobbly, and I think you definitely overdid the textures in the moon here. I don't even know if it looks like a moon.
Mike. You've hit contrast here. There is some nice areas of darkness in the space, but you've got circles, you've got different areas that are geometrically supposed to be parallel and perfect, and they're all a little rough.
That dude was weird. He just kept sitting up and moving all around, and he wouldn't sit still.
What I don't like is the way you tattooed. It doesn't have that finished look that I'm used to seeing from you. It doesn't have the polish.
This is why you don't want to phone those flash challenges in.
No, yeah.
You're gonna get a guy like this if you do.
If I get a skull pick, I'm gonna get him.
Ryan.
A lot of people hit contrast today, but I really think you hit it the best. The top 2 planets, just the contrast with the light purple, the open highlight, then the black, you really get the idea of contrast to create a shape.
I really like the black that you use, even though the rings get a little wobbly. And I think you have a lot of good tricks.
Thank you.
Looking strong here.
Thank you.
Gia. Your canvas wanted a new school design?
Yes.
How did you guys arrive at this?
I've never done space before, so I thought I was doing something that was out of the box.
I like the digital concept. The tattooing is where it's rough. A lot of the precision, the really straight, strong, clean outlining that you need to make this design work is what you're missing.
And not only do you have sketchy line work, you actually just see some of the squares aren't square, some of the lines don't line up.
Chests are hard to tattoo, and I lost some of my stencil.
Boneface. Do you feel that Gian handed you a difficult canvas?
I don't believe in the whole canvas thing because it's not an excuse. You get what you get, so I never bring up canvas.
Give me a calf.
Boneface, for contrast, it's a tough one. You have all these colors, but it all just looks the same tone. And this comet, it looks like a melting scoop of peach ice cream smeared across the front of the tattoo. Technically, you've got a strong tattoo. Your power is smooth, color, saturation, and application.
I wish your application was on Gia's tattoo. If it comes down to a technical side, you beat Gia, but artistically you have a lot of holes in the game.
I don't like this tattoo. I think it looks like there's no color theory at all. There's no contrast. There's just chaos. I don't like it.
Some pretty harsh critiques from Team Nunez. How do you respond to these?
I don't feel any type of way. It's the game.
All right, Boneface, thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Judges, it is time to determine who had the best tattoo of the day. Final decision.
Ryan.
My final decision is for Ryan as well. The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Ryan.
Thank you.
Today, you tattooed outer space. And based on your work, one of you will close shop. Team Nunez, why did you vote Gia to the bottom?
Technical application. That was the main reason. We think it was a cool idea. She just didn't execute it as well as she should have.
Were you guys unanimous on that?
No. No. With Boneface's, it was artistically crippled before it even became a tattoo.
I don't think Boneface should be in this competition at all, especially after today and how he conducted himself as an artist and as a man.
I feel like people are using critiques to hide behind personal issues. When I was down here earlier, she spoke her piece down here. Fine, but I'm not gonna allow you to snowball me. I'm gonna lash back. Don't make it personal to attack me.
Yours was worse
And when I
than
lash
theirs.
back, that's your opinion. Everybody else voted for her, so obviously it wasn't.
His best tattoos are on par with my worst day.
She hasn't done a clean tattoo since she's been here.
That is not true.
And then you have Matt's tattoo. Haven't even touched on that yet. It's a circle with a weird shape around it in rainbow colors.
Honestly, I feel like we've all been so distracted with Bonefaces and Gia's that I kind of took Matt out of the equation because I feel like he's lacking in both departments that they are.
I knew you guys didn't want to see any more like dark, creepy kind of stuff for me. So I have been trying to push myself to show you guys I can do something different.
This is the toughest room to come in if you're not ready for everything.
Right.
You could be a new school guy or a Japanese guy or a traditional guy. That doesn't mean anything if we can only see one dimension and you're not giving us a choice.
The judges have decided, Matt, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master. Please pack your machines and close shop.
Thanks, guys.
Artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo a galaxy in an everyday object. And your time starts now.
Come on, Team Clean, let's do it. Come on, guys, let's get this going.
Stay straight first.
I think that's good.
What do you think of that placement?
Yeah, dude, works perfect.
These artists will be tested on technical application with cosmic integration.
Did you pull those references for the galaxy for me?
Yeah, they're printing out right now.
This has to be a pretty smart approach to make this thing work.
Reference. Thank you, sir.
A lot of people get caught up with doing the colorful explosion in outer space rather than doing the stark black, but when you look up at the stars at night, it's black with shimmers.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
If my leg twitches, just ignore it.
All right.
DJ icon. I'm glad this piece went to you.
No, I'm
for sure.
I know what I can get done and I can't. I don't really give a about this galaxy. I just want to do this face. I'm gonna kill that money.
It just looks so dope coming out. This guy's really got the juice right now.
Well, you got lucky on this one for sure.
This is gonna be black and gray, this is gonna be color?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Pretty much everybody on my team is mad at me, and I genuinely do not care. One of the first things I was told when I started working in a tattoo shop was never trust another artist. I didn't come here to make friends. I'm here to win for myself.
I'm gonna try and make you proud, Christian.
You make you proud, Chris.
4 hours left, guys.
You're just cruising through this. Look at you.
I'm trying. The fact that there's 4 people not even tattooing means that the chances of us either being in the bottom or going home increase that much more.
I like just going and keeping like a negative galaxy. I didn't go white that much, you know what I mean?
No, I wouldn't put a ton of white
great.
there.
I need to put the galaxy within the mouth. The mouth is a certain size of a T-Rex. There's nowhere else I could put it.
Pull that spiral in a little tighter with some, yeah, you're right.
I'm getting into the lighter
Okay,
ones.
yeah.
Is it enough? I don't know.
Where we at?
Wipe up here on the top of that line so I can see.
I'm gonna pull a little bit of.
See, outside of that line?
Yep.
Austin's tattooing outside of the line with his shading. He needs to fix that or he's gonna be as good as gone.
The black that's clearly gone out of the lines. What are you gonna do to fix it?
I'm not sure. Like, do you have any ideas?
You might have to do like some color bursts coming from behind the panther.
Don't get flustered. It's plenty of time. Plenty of time.
This challenge is technical application. I need to figure out how to hide the flaw in my tattoo without making it look like an afterthought.
Just smooth the blends out as much as possible.
I swear to God, if I'm in the bottom again, I'm going to lose my mind and pull out what little hair I have left.
2 more hours. 2 more hours.
Go over and watch the brothers. Get right up in their grill. Get your face right down in there. Let them know you're looking at mine.
Yeah.
I've never tattooed a galaxy before, so I'm so nervous. Can I help you?
Nope.
Christian's definitely a snake in the grass. They've been targeting me, like, over and over again.
You know Christian can smell blood when it's in the water, dude. If it comes in here, I feel bad about telling him to and sand.
He's trying to get in my head, but I'm not gonna let it work. Time won't be an issue at all today.
I don't believe so. I have a passion for tattooing. If I hit the lottery and I didn't have to work the rest of my life, I would still tattoo almost every day.
It's not about being fast, it's about being good. That's quality.
Jess, he's trying to move, but he ain't moving.
1 hour remaining, guys. 1 hour remaining.
Something's not right about this.
One of the most intimidating things is that I don't have a lot of experience with color, but then again, I don't have a lot of experience at all.
I think I would saturate that packet in there because that just looks unfinished.
I don't want these other artists in the room knowing that my inexperience affects me in any way. I have to crank this thing out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Machine's down. Time is up. No more ink.
I love it. Thank you.
Ooh, my son TJ.
You like it?
Yes.
You want to keep it?
Yes, absolutely.
So were you guys pretty bummed out that you lost 3 tattoos yesterday?
No, my team didn't fall apart every time we got out tattooed. It happens.
Get used to it.
We'll see about that.
Today, you had to integrate a galaxy into an object, proving your technical application. Tiffer, Tony, Turk, and Amanda are safe from elimination this week, thanks to their coaches. Team Clean, you're up first. Kyle, let's start with you.
Pretty straightforward. pretty simple. For this particular challenge, this hits it. Technical application in this tattoo is pretty strong color-wise. Your blends and your transitions of the colors, the sparkles, and the little highlights that you get really make this thing come alive.
But your line work just isn't consistent. If you go from one tooth and you look 3 or 4 teeth over, it does look a little different.
You said you were gonna school me on line work, and look at how many busted lines are up there. You had 6 hours and that's what you produced? Don't school me.
All right, Kyle, thank you. Jimmy, it's a cool illustration, for sure.
I love this tattoo. It just hits your weird bone and makes you happy.
On a technical application day, it looks very on point. The shading throughout, where it's black shading that blends the different color tones, is very nice. The light color really shows how meticulous and how purposeful the black shading is. Does it look like space to me? No. But overall, man, it came out super clean.
Austin.
First glance, this tattoo, it does have an appealing look to it. Simple approach, but your color blends, I don't think really blend. Your pink background across the top should either be a solid all the way to the line, or you should leave some sort of halo or something.
Austin, was that background deliberate, or was that because you colored outside the lines?
What I think about good tattoo artists is not that they don't make mistakes, is that sometimes they know how to fix those mistakes and make sure that they don't destroy you.
Just the idea of putting the pink behind the panther's head makes it look like it's sore. Your flow and how you're gonna put things together is where you're stifled.
Team Christian, you're up. TJ.
I love this lady. I love the black and gray and the dark richness of this tattoo. Committing to that darkness of a portrait, you gotta really be on.
As far as the space aspect, to me, it looks more like a satellite image of like a storm system.
There's no black in the space.
Why does it have to have black? Space, I mean...
Because it looks like Category 5 just destroyed my house.
No, it doesn't. It looks like a nebula.
It doesn't have anything that has to do with space. The saving grace is the fact that she's so beautiful.
Tim.
What's up? That is space. It looks like space. It looks like a galaxy. It's amazing how once you put the black in there, you get the look of space.
But that tongue is driving me nuts. That strange square frame of space that you have going on in there, the way it cuts off the tongue, super weird. It's a swing and a miss on this one for me.
You talk so much bull
all day, every day.
Chris.
I love the drawing. It's very slick, very simple. You kill it on solid color saturation. The shading in the horse, top notch.
I love your take on space. You made it consistent and illustrative.
I think this kid's just starting to realize how good he really is.
Well, whatever's happening, the trajectory you're on, keep doing that. Jess.
What's going on, guys?
Technically, you have some nice application showing the fur, but your color blends, not my favorite on the inside of the space.
Too painterly, too indecisive. It's not a conscious plan.
I went into it and I wanted it to be really loose.
You have these two negative spaces coming from the bottom. It doesn't even look painterly, it looks almost accidental. Angel.
It's 3 separate tattoos, 3 separate thoughts, not one cohesive drawn design.
It doesn't look like a galaxy, it looks like a tie-dye swirl.
That's not space. I don't buy it. It's tough because your technical application in a lot of places here is really nice.
But a weird tattoo seems like a nightmare to me.
It's a storm.
It is time to pick a winner.
Kyle does have a skull made out of space.
Well, if you compare these lines to Chris's lines.
Okay, but then look at Chris's space and look at this space.
I like the fact that it's illustrated to match the style of the drawing.
I gotta stick with Chris. Boom! The judges have decided the best tattoo of the day goes to Chris. That means this week, Team Christian, you will form the jury of peers and put one artist up for elimination. You can all head back to the loft. Today, you are being tested on technical application. And based on your work, one of you will be packing your machines. Christian, why did your team vote Kyle to the bottom?
We went for technical application. We felt the white was really bad. None of that's punched in. There's black shading on the right flower that comes over the line clearly.
You can say, oh, that line's
colored
not
over
punched
the
in
line
because that gray goes over that line a little bit. When that thing heals, that thing's gonna be solid as Chris, you even suggested I get tattoo of the day, you know?
I'm not saying a word. You being down here for me is like, okay.
It's a super solid tattoo.
It was the easiest idea.
How is it easy? I'm the only one who did the entire thing made up of a
wet
galaxy,
that you
dude.
you literally took a line drawing and you colored it with space. That's all you did.
But he did do space.
Yeah, what the is yours, dude? You did a wolf head and some space.
Yeah, I actually tried to do integration.
Well, let's move on to your tattoo, Jess.
Please do.
The whole appearance of the outline on the entire perimeter of this tattoo, there's not a consistent spot within itself.
I didn't want it to be one perfectly clean line.
You also
I wanted
don't want it
show.
to be one clean mess.
Would you say that that looks more like a galaxy than Austin's?
I think Austin's, if you look at the space, I don't think it's very well thought out how it finishes because the spiral's going one way and then as soon as it hits the panther neck, it's just some going a different way.
I mean, galaxies come from infinite, so they're infinite shapes, infinite sizes. Because you haven't seen that one doesn't mean there's not one that looks like that.
I think everybody that's gonna look at it is gonna think that it is a galaxy.
So let me put you in a position, because both galaxies potentially.
You can't tell me the technical aspect of the outline on Jess's is good. I think the wolf is beat.
The cat face does not have as many anatomical issues as the sideways face of the wolf.
The judges have decided. Austin, you do not have what it takes to be Ink Master.
You put in everything you had on every one. For that, I commend you, and you know what you got to work on. Set them up, you knock them down, everything will fall into place behind that.
Thank you.
Please pack your machines and close shop. Okay, artists, you have 6 hours to tattoo, and your time starts now.
I was nervous when she picked the subject because I knew it was going to be something totally crazy because she's definitely from another planet for sure.
Danny is one of the strongest competitors, not only on the girls' team, but in the entire competition.
I was in my mind, I think, making it more difficult than it was.
So to be able to defeat her is going to say a lot about my artistic ability.
Ever since I could hold a pencil, I was drawing when I was 5, and I just never stopped.
That's your calling. You knew it was in you, girl.
Today, you had to face off in a head-to-head battle. Based on your work, half of you will be up for elimination. Danny and Laura. Laura, you called out a new school alien holding a Milky Way galaxy.
I really like this illustration. This application of the shading from the line, multiple tones and shades of color from black to open skin is very, very nice. Anywhere you look throughout this head of the alien, you see the color saturation is equal throughout every tone of color, which is the main thing we're looking for today.
Let's take a look at Danny's tattoo.
The battle at the drawing table is really close. And as far as how you sculpt this image with the color contouring, you do a great job.
It's a killer tattoo. It's an incredible rendering. I'm super impressed for throwing this together, having no concept of what this was gonna be.
I love this battle. I wish this battle was every week.
Me too. All right, guys, who wins this head-to-head face-off?
In technical application, Laura looks stronger. If I just look at the head versus Danny's, it's just so clean and so meticulous. Laura's application is really stunning. Laura for the win.
The winner of the face-off is Laura. That means, Danny, you're up for elimination.